To make a circular color wheel or a radial design color wheel, the first thing you're going to do is find the middle of your canvas. So how I did that is this canvas is 12 inches wide by 9 inches across. So I just sort of guessed the middle of this canvas, measured from 0 to 6. So I found the middle part and I drew a line because I don't know exactly where that middle is yet. And then I measured from 0 from the other side to 4.5, because that's half of 9. And I found that this is the middle right there. Okay, so I'm going to erase all my other pencil marks so I don't get confused. And the next thing I have to do is use a compass. So a compass will draw circles. I'm going to put this middle part. You probably have a different looking compass, but as long as it draws even circles, it's fine. I'm going to draw a, let's see if my pencil works, 1 inch. There we go. A 1 inch circle. And then 2 inches. And then 3 inches. You need to go all the way around. I just can't because my camera's in the way. And then 4 inches. Oops. Okay, I can pull it down a little bit. All right, there we go. And then 3 inches, 2 inches, and 1 inch. All right. Okay, so then I get a target. Okay, and the next thing I want to do is use a protractor so I can measure angles. So I want to divide this into 12 different sections. We have 3 primaries, we have 3 secondaries, and then we have 6 what are called tertiaries or intermediate colors. So I have to line up, so I find the middle, okay, again, for my protractor, and I have to divide 360 degrees by 12, because I want 12 sections, so that's 30 degrees. So I'm going to mark it 0, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, and 180. Okay, so I have all the marks around. Then I take my ruler and I line up the dash with the center of the circle. I'm just going to draw a line across. Okay, so let me do that all the way around. Okay, so I get a circle with 12 sections. And then I'm going to take a piece of just printer paper. I want to be able to see through to trace just one pie shape. So I can barely kind of see it. So what I'm going to do is sketch my shape, because I just want one section. Okay, I'm going to sketch this shape, and then I can draw it darker so I can really see these edges. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to do is cut out my pie shape. And we're going to make a tessellation. So right now the shapes do tessellate, they fit into each other, but I want to make them a little more interesting. So I'm going to use this shape as a template so I can trace it over and over again. So I'm going to take my pie shape and I'm going to draw from the tip to one of the corners. And you can make any shape that you want. It can be a symmetrical shape, which means you're going to draw half of whatever you want to draw. And then flip it, and I'll show you how that's done. Or it can just be sort of random. I wouldn't make it too complicated or too complex because you do have to paint this in. So I'm just going to draw a line like that. And then I'm going to cut this out. Okay. And then I'm going to keep this side and I'm going to place it down where it lines up on one edge of this pie shape and you have this other side. Okay, so now you have a choice. You can either trace this symmetrically or keep this new design. So I'm going to do half and half. Okay, so I'm just going to take this shape, trace it. Okay, and then I'm going to move it over, line up that side again, trace this again, and then I just keep doing this all the way around. Okay, so this is how your circle will start to look if you just keep moving the shape without flipping it. Okay, so the other thing I forgot to tell you is don't forget to trace your circle. Okay, let me show you what your circle will look like, your design will look like if you flip this shape. So you start here, and then what I'm going to do, instead of just moving it over, I'm going to flip the shape and trace it. And this will create a symmetry for that shape. And then this shape was like this, so I'm going to flip it back. And if you get to this point and you realize, oh, it looks like something, it looks like a frog wearing a top hat, and you want to change this so it looks more like a frog wearing a top hat, then you would redo this shape, okay, so that you can get it to be more visible. Okay, so I traced it this way, so now I'm going to flip it again. I have no idea if it'll work out on this other side. I don't know. Nope, it did not. Too much to hope for. Huh. Okay, so this is going to flip this way, and then this one will be just a little odd because it won't really match up. Okay, it's because I changed it right there. Okay, so then same thing, trace everything with your thick Sharpie marker. Okay, everybody. So your choices are for doing the circular color wheel is it will either look like this, okay, this kind of design all the way around so that you know you're flipping the shapes back and forth, okay? That's what I call symmetrical because these two are symmetrical, okay? Or you can just keep the shape going the same direction all the way around and not flip it, and it will still work out, and so you end up with that kind of design. Up to you. Just make sure you choose one and do the whole circle the same way. And then that's it. We're ready to paint.